Well, good afternoon. This is another episode of Cooking with Dave, the Lutheran Cook. First of all, you'll notice this on my shoulder here. I had rotator cuff surgery and physical therapy yesterday, so my shoulder is hurting. And so I'm icing it as I cook my pies today. Down here on the floor, I have what's called a polar ice cube, and you fill it with some ice, rest of the way with water, and then you connect it together with the hose to the shoulder pad, and then it delivers cold water up through my shoulder to ice it. So that's why I'm wearing this little contraption today. Hope it doesn't get in the way with all these cables and cords and stuff, but we'll give it a go around. For those of you watching for the first time, you might wonder why I call myself Cooking with Dave, the Lutheran Cook. Well, when I first started, I did Cooking with Dave. I looked on YouTube, and there were all kinds of Cooking with Dave shows. So I decided to add the Lutheran Cook to it, because for 39 years, I was a Lutheran school teacher and principal. I still sub at the Lutheran school here in Bowling Green, Kentucky. So I am Cooking with Dave, the Lutheran Cook. So let's get started with our pies. First of all, I put the pie crust into the pie pan here, dusted with flour, then put the crust in. I'll admit I do not make my own crust, but I buy them at the store. So here's a close-up of it. And at one time I remember seeing jeans that said, the imperfections add to the beauty of the product, so the imperfections of my crust add to the beauty of my pie. So let's get started. I have my recipe right here, and I'm going to move it here. I got to move this polar cube over a little bit. Oh, by the way, I also have my oven preheating to 350 degrees. So we're going to start off with one egg. I'm going to put that in my bowl here. Okay, then to that, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of sugar, and I pre-measured everything out just to make it go faster today. And then I want 1 can of pumpkin. Let me get out a spatula here. Here we go. And there's 1 cup, not 1 can, 1 cup of pumpkin. So, and this is going to be a pumpkin pecan pie that I'm making today. And in my next video that I'll do a little bit later on, I will make a regular pumpkin pie. So in here I have 1 egg, 1 cup canned pumpkin, 1/3 cup sugar. There, my oven has preheated now. And I want 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And we really like cinnamon in our pies and stuff, so I overload that 1/2 teaspoon. There we go. And then I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon of ginger. And I pulled out my measuring spoons ahead of time to make it a little bit easier for myself. And once again, to make it go faster. And that was a little bit heavy on the 1/4 teaspoon. And finally, 1/8 teaspoon of cloves. Let me take this little top off here. There we go. And, oh boy, lucky we have that much in here. All right, there we go. So there's my 1/8 teaspoon of cloves. And I'm going to stir this all together with my spatula. Oh boy, that wasn't too good, was it? Okay, just get it all combined and mixed together in here. There we go, that looks pretty good. Now, I just pour it all into the pie crust. Just like this. Get all that goodness out of here. There we go. All kinds of goodness in here. Yeah, I've had 3 rounds of physical therapy for my shoulder so far, and she really worked it out yesterday, and so I've got more pain than usual. I've taken a leave today so far for it. That's helped a little bit. So there we go. Now, we have put that into our pie crust, and that's how it looks with that in there. Now, the next step is to prepare the topping for it, the pecan topping. So, for this I need, let me look at my recipe again, 2 eggs. So I have 2 eggs over here, and I'll put those into my bowl here. There's 1. There's 2. All right, I got my 2 eggs into the bowl now. I hear my wife is coming home from the bank now. Let me just rinse off my fingers here from those eggs. All right, good. Hi, honey.
Hello dear, I'm going to have to pull the giblets.
Oh, I know that. You'll be coming in here and you'll be part of my video. Isn't that great? Now I need 2/3 cup of corn syrup. We had a hard time finding this year, but finally discovered that they hide it with the syrups and not with the sweetener stuff. So, putting in my 2/3 cup of corn syrup. Yeah, if you didn't hear Linda, she said she has to come in and pull the giblets. The pot that's right here on the stove, she's got the giblets cooking away with celery and I'm not sure what else. Let's take a peek here. Celery, might just be celery and onions. Okay, so, boy, that smelled good. All right, so corn syrup, 2/3 cup of sugar. A lot of sugar goes into this recipe here. So there's my 2/3 cup of sugar. And let's see, what else? Melted margarine, 2 tablespoons of melted margarine. We'll just dump that in here. 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So here's my vanilla with my 1/2 teaspoon measure. We like vanilla, so I go a little bit overboard with the vanilla. There we go. Okay, there's the vanilla in there. Okay, now I'm going to stir this all together. My egg break up in there. See, I'm getting it all stirred together real nice. Hi, honey.
You're icing while you're doing
I'm
this?
icing while I'm doing this, yes.
Okay.
And I explained to everybody why I'm icing.
All right.
That I had the physical therapy yesterday and it hurts. So, okay, now that's all mixed together real nice. And to this I add 1 cup of pecans. There we go, 1 cup pecan. Stir all that in real nice. That smells really good, honey. Can't wait for tomorrow for our Thanksgiving dinner.
All right, get those giblets cooked and put them in the stuffing.
That'll be for the stuffing, and she makes great stuffing. Now I'm just going to pour this over that pumpkin mixture that I put in here earlier. Get all those delicious pecans out of there. All that delicious egg. It's kind of a joke on us because we both do not like eggs. But cooking with them is a different story like this, with cakes and pies and whatever else. We can do that. All right, now, this is ready to go into the oven. So let me move my Polar ice cube over so I can open up my oven. There we go. And my oven has been preheated to 350 degrees. And now I'm going to put this into the...
You want to put the foil on?
Oh, foil. Need to put the foil on, my wife says. So, she's getting the foil for me. Don't want that crust to burn on there at all, do we? Nope. So, our microwave handle here broke off on the bottom, so we got somebody coming to fix it for us. And I'm just wasting a little bit of time here while she gets the foil for me.
Why don't you talk about all the wonderful things we'll have for Thanksgiving?
Oh, Thanksgiving tomorrow. We're going to have our son's family over. So Leroy, Christy, Bailey, Alexis, and Kaylee will all be here to enjoy Thanksgiving with us. And we are going to have turkey, mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, green bean casserole, I think,
This is
our
making that.
turkey, cranberry sauce, dinner rolls, stuffing, one of my favorites, and gravy to put all over the potatoes, the turkey, and the stuffing. And then for dessert, my wonderful pies. Now, doesn't that just make you drool in anticipation of your Thanksgiving Day dinner tomorrow? I hope it does. Okay, my wife is going to put the foil on because she's better at that than me. Look at the camera and say hi to everybody, honey.
Hello, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Okay.
We have been married for 42 years. and we still get along in the kitchen cooking together. Now, isn't that marvelous?
Need a little bit more foil.
She needs a little more foil, so I'll let her get that little bit more foil. What else do I want to say about our Thanksgiving? Well, down here in Bowling Green, Kentucky, it's going to be about 50, 60 degrees. So those of you up in Michigan who are freezing, sorry, but we'll think about you maybe. So, Linda's getting the last of that foil around there. And we'll set a timer for about 50 minutes. See how it's doing, possibly remove the foil, and then we'll probably have to cook for about 10 more minutes. So, without further ado,
There's still more ado.
oh, there's still more ado, so I gotta waste some more time on here with you guys. Oh, what do I want to say?
Well, why don't you explain to them that your sling is supposed to have a ball in it?
Oh, I don't have my sling on right now, but my sling that I wear, you know, it helps to support my shoulder and stuff, has a ball in it that I can hold right here and use just to relieve tension, exercise my arm and everything. Well, my granddaughter Kaylee decided she liked it. And so she comes up to my sling, figures out how to undo the Velcro, figures out how to, she's 2 years old by the way, figures out how to pop the ball out of there and then plays with that ball.
And Grandpa just lets her.
And I just let her. My wife told me I can no longer allow her to do that in church because it causes too much of a commotion. Well, anyway, that ball is now missing. I don't know where it is. So I got to go find it later. Maybe in my next video making pies, I'll be wearing the sling instead of my polar cap icer. All right, this is going in the oven now. Here we go. All right. And now I'm going to set my timer here for 60 minutes. Nope. I want to do 50 minutes. Okay, here we go. 50 minutes. All right, there we go. Timer is set for 50 minutes. We're all set. So that ends this version of Cooking with Dave, the Lutheran cook, making pumpkin pies, and in this case, pecan pumpkin pie. Hope you follow my recipe and try it out, because it is really great to eat. So, have a good appetite for your Thanksgiving, and hope you don't eat too much. I won't.